Okay. If he's not able to have intent by speaking quietly or whispering, much like the it's much for him to raise his voice. Hanimili, Ben Levinat was only when he's by himself. But if he's in a congregation, also the Oslam is because he's going to come to trouble the congregation. Haga, he must be a call beveso. If he makes his voice heard in his house, Shem Kishim Espal, Kadish Yom do Miman of Beneveso, much if he's doing in this house in order that other people will learn from him, the people of his house will learn from him, then it's mutter. This is from the Torah. Okay, Balachos, the mission verse says, Hataz writes, Daf Miyachal Chav Malachos, even if he's able to intend with a quiet voice, Avalokal Kach Shemojokol, not as much as he could with a loud voice. Mikri and Yachal Chavin counts as if he's not able to attend. Yachal is Bal Yachal Mikol is able to speak to pray alone with a voice. Zaim Verlacha look at the Verlacha. Shekazamnu Dein Lahakal B'Zayishun. Also says you shouldn't be makel by this. So this is talking just with in Tibur, you shouldn't be makel and make other people hurt. Like Biokolo. No, this is only talking about himself. So you still shouldn't be makel. Like Biokolo, to raise his voice. I mean, I guess if you can intend. So we talk, if you can't intend, then you have the Shulchan Aruch and the Mishnah Berurah is not arguing. If you could intend, but you can't intend as well, then you shouldn't raise your voice. Like we are called to raise your voice, but I read that Filim Yashmiya Kolo Bemiktas Gamken Lo Yuchel Kavin is talking about even if you raise your voice a little bit, you still couldn't intend. If the mamash have to scream, this one Pashit. Gamken Lo Kavin Dila Fachi Asher. If not, so be Asher. But Tibur also by Tibur Tanser. I feel Yashmiya Kolo Bemiktas even to raise the voice a little bit. Kol came like we are called sure to totally raise the voice. This from the berura, the famous from Ramson from the Rambam. The also limited Sibur, you're going to come to trouble the Sibur. Ela imenu yachol chaver, if you can't intend, balachos will quietly yelchol be spal besa go and pray in his house for call with a loud voice. This is from the Prisha. But he does develop al karchom, Ma'iri shigam besi uvakol enu yachol. In the case of Sival talking about for sure, even in his house and even with a loud voice, he's not able to intend. We wrote to Dawson towards the bottom for his many problems. And mikomakom or troubles. Mikomakom leina inlanu lehoros. Nowadays, not for us to rule. Had to zeal lispal b'yachad l'or v'kavana. To this had to pray alone and to wake up the kavana. Shiyomadim ben achayim, other people will learn from him. And lo gadol ador, unless the gadol ador before some shekol ma'isav l'shem shemar, that all his actions and publicize that all his actions for Hashem. Can't go to the prima godness from the prima godness, and then otherwise you couldn't take this cool. Yisham Shabir Rosh Hashanah, those say that in Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur Mutter Lashmiya Kol B'Tfilah Mutter make heard your voice in prayer. I feel B'Tivim in the congregation. V'chein Nohagen is similar to Menago Mekol Malkam Yizar Shlo Lagbi Akolam Yosim Yidai. You should be careful not to raise your voice more than necessary. This is from the Drusha Bit Mehat 2. People, but even in the congregation, Lord, I come on to wake up the Kamana. With your Sibur Lo Hashina, we don't care about the trouble of this congregation. Kivin Shesudurim, Machazarim, the elements are sitters and the mouses are in their hands. So I'm Magan Ram, look at the Magan Ram, the Masik, the Osotov, the Isbam Lafashim Yukol, it's better to pray among yourself quietly if you're able to attend, but then possible Harbi Achonim, similar to many Achonim. Yosumidai. He shouldn't raise his voice up more than necessary. The Harizem and Nevi'im Shabal, this is from the Nevi'im of the Baal. This is the Darki Moshe Ram Beragro, Masha Hikshal Zev. Look in the Beragro, we asked on this. Shnei Behav Yikub B'Kol Gadol, it says, and they called in a great voice. Inami Dal Yidei Zev Bavadi Yaval B'Lechem Hem. That's where else that for sure one of them's going to just trouble the other one. This is from the Taz. Mikomakom near it, Chazanim Shemagbiim Kolum Kedela or Kavanah, so the Chazanim which raise their voice in order to wake up the Kavanah, Lashmiya Shaber had the worm, Shaber Avdi. And to make heard good their voices, the words, then they're doing good. It's from the Taz. Zikr Tfilah Shliach the main Tfilah of Shliach Niskana Dafka B'Kol Garam, it's only set up with a loud voice. Okay, Nosam Shosam Kain Yidei L'Haros Kolam Vade Osam Shlokom. Those that are doing it just to show their voice, it's for sure doing not proper. Okay. Yochel is able to pray in every language. Cheers to whichever language he wants. But Hadimil B'Tzibur is only in the congregation. B'Yachal, when he's praying alone, Lo Yispalel B'Lashon HaKodesh, he can only pray in the Lashon HaKodesh. Yesham and Dahani Mili Kishol Tzirachel, it's only when he's asking for his needs. You go into his Pala, for example, he's praying for a sick person, or Tsar for some sort of pain. Sheesh Lo B'Ves, which has in his house. Avol Tfilah HaKavua L'Tzibur, but it's a prayer which is set up for the congregation. Tfilah Yachal, the Amr Yuni Yachal is able to say it at the Kolashon in certain language. Yesham does say that after Yachal is Shol, the Tzarachal, even Yachal is asking for his own needs, Yachal is Shol B'Kolashon is able to ask in every language. Here's what he wants. Whom in Lashon Arami, and that's Chutz min Lashon Arami, except from the Aramaic language. B'Kolashon. The mitzvah and a mufla, the better mitzvah is who daf Lashon Kodesh use daf Lashon HaKodesh. Right? V'sim and Tam Beis, looks Tam Beis, Sif Chaf, Sif Beis, with Mishnah Berura, and the Mishnah Berura Sham over there. Mashu Gatam B'Shem HaKornim Bizel, which we wrote in the name of the Achronim about this. The Gam, I am the Chuvas Chasam Sofer, also look at Chasam Sofer, or Chaim Sim Pei Dalet, Ufei Vav, and Pei Vav. Sheherach B'Kap Reis, he brings length with many proofs. Mashu Tiru, this Bible Colossians language, this literally let you daven in any language. Hainu Dafka back right, only do this happenstance sometimes. Avol L'Kvol, the Kvias, to meet this, but to set it up in a complete and constant set way to do this is L'Hamid Shliach Tzibur, and set up a Shliach Tzibur, L'Ashkiach Lashon HaKodesh, the garment, to forget the Lashon HaKodesh completely. Zeh Yasher B'Shemov, and that's impossible in any way, can't do this. I am Sham look there. V'od Machmat Tzukam B'Kam Tam, further because of many reasons. The Chonim Arichum Kol Gooni Hazman, they were lengthy all the Gonim of the time. The Sefer Divrei Bris, and the word in the Sefer Divrei Bris, V'Skimu She'Isr Gomer Hu Laskin, it's a big answer to do this to make it the whole congregation this. L'Fuke Mikam Chadosh and Isparik to exclude many new things which is come breaking out Michutz Medina outside of the Medina, I guess the country was there. Vatiku has called a nusach hatvil, and they copied over the entire nusach of the prayer Lashon Am to the vernacular, the language of the nations. It's a very one of their cause another one. Shidilku Abracha shall keep Goliath. They skip the bracha of the time of gathering the Goliath. And also the bracha of Yerushalayim Miracle. U'Geshem Shirot and Lahashkiach Zichron Yerushalayim, just they want you to forget about the remembrance of Yerushalayim. Cain wrote some Lahashkiach Lashon HaKodesh. They also want you to forget Lashon HaKodesh means all from Israel. Pen Yigolu B'Zuchus Shalosh Shinu as Lashonim, perhaps lest they will be redeemed in the Zuchus that they didn't change their language. The Kodesh Baruch Hu Shemreinu Mideas of Bikoris Gelu. Hashem should say within the opinions of Bikoris like these. Find Beralacha, look at the Beralacha. Shiyurta, then he should want. Whichever language he wants. Ushiyavan also Lashon, you have to understand that language. I'll bear you on its like properly. Abu Lashon HaKodesh Yotze Afilu Einu Meivim Lashon, but that's like Lashon HaKodesh Yotze if you don't understand the language. This is from the El B'Simon Samach Beis, the Beralacha, the Gam Pnei Prima Gadim Simon Zeh. El B'Kol Lashon, you could do it in any language. The future animal Shores. I'm sorry, El Lashon HaKodesh only in the holy language. The future animal Shores is Kacham Lashon Aramis. The Malchai Shores don't attach themselves to the Aramaic language. Within Shar Lashon, the same thing with the other languages. Chotzim Lashon Kodesh, Sefer Lashon Kodesh, the only two Lashon Kodesh. Avol Tzibur ain't Tzarech Lameim Meilis, but if you're in the congregation, you don't need a intermediary. Shakodesh Baruch Hu B'Atzim Mekabel Tfilas, because Hashem himself is accepting the prayers. Al L'Chola, if he's praying on a sick person. Rotzalom Mishalov B'Fanav not means not in front of the sick person. Avol B'Fanav, but in front of him, Shachol Lamot to the Kol Lashon Imut in every language. That Kodesh Baruch Hu Motzei Sham, that Hashem is found. This is from Shabbos Beis Amud Beis. Hakvua, the Kivan Shatfila Kavua B'Tzibur, since the prayer is set up for the Tzibur congregation, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Ba'atzmum Ponei Leha, that Hashem himself turns to them. Afilu Shlo B'Zman Tzibur Shatibur, probably not when time is davening, when the Tzibur is davening, it's the set prayer for the congregation. The Afiyachad, even a single person, the Sfira Lehu, the Malachim Makirim B'Kol Lashon, they hold, the Malachim really do recognize every language. Rakshin is Kakam Laram V'Shir Meguna B'Einehim. They just don't attach themselves to the Aramaic language because they think it's too disgusting. We're not dealing with this. Mishum Hakim V'Tars Hanashim Lispal B'Shar Lashon. For this reason, they allow it's mutter for the women to daven in another language because even though the Malachim don't like it, but Lamaisa they could. Arami, but Tzibur mutter Afloshon Arami. By Tzibur, it's much even to use the Aramaic language. Or meaning the other languages, maybe they aren't Meguna. It's only this Aramaic language. It's just so coarse. So Aramaic, the Tzibur mutter Afloshon Arami, and Tzibur is mutter even the language of Arami. But there also Shaber Masher Da'omim Yakum Porkum. This makes sense why we say Yakum Porkum of Berach Shemei and Berach Shemei, but Tzibur, and when you're in a congregation with Kedoma, that you could say these things in Aramaic. This is from the Prima Gadim. Well, if he's there, in Mitzvah B'Veis, as if so, if he's praying in his house, in Yakulom or Shum Yakum Porkum, he's not able to say any Yakum Porkum. V'chein V'chak B'Ber. Zerua still is proven they are Zerua. Agadol B'Hilchol Shabbos and None. Yachol is able to pray in everything. I'm Mishnah Berurah, looking at Mishnah Berurah. Because the Magen Ram, it says in the Magen Ram, Hashem is Sefer Chassidim, the name of the Chassidim, the Mutzal is Babel Lashon Shemevin. It's better to pray in a language that he understands. And Meinu Mevin B'Lashon HaKodesh, if he doesn't understand Lashon HaKodesh, he should say that language. Umukhu B'Sefer Chassidim, it's proven that the Sefer Chassidim, Simon Kuf Pei-Ches, the Hainu Daflim, who Yari Shemaim, it's only to the fear of heaven, Ritzon B'Zeh, who Rak Kadesh, is Kavana, his whole intent is just to pray with Kavana. Avalimeno B'Chiyagan, but it's not in this kind of way. Yispal Lashon HaKodesh is to pray in the Lashon HaKodesh. Adam, Ki Lashon HaKodesh Yishlo Segulas Rabbis Mikol Lashonos, because Lashon HaKodesh has like Segulas, many different apropos things which cause effect. Mikol Lashonos it's better from other languages. Who Lashon Shai Kodesh Baruch Hu Midabbo in the Nevi'im is the language that Hashem speaks with the Nevi'im. Kamosha Kodesh Rambam says in Parashas Tisa and Parashas Tisa. But Chazal said the Lashon HaKodesh Nivra Olam with the Lashon HaKodesh the world was created. Because the Chsev was also Yikara Isha. It says this is what it's called. She's called a what? It's called a Isha. He meish lakaka zos, because from a man he took this. We see the language is was created. That's how the language was formed, because this is how it was created. It's called isha. V'gamish kishetiknik knesset golos, and also when the knesset golos set it up, as nosach atfil, the nosach the order, the nosach for prayer. Hayom meir v'esrim zakenim, there's 120 zakenim, and mehem kam neviim, and from them and neviim. V'hem nimnu al kol bracha b'tevoseh, they counsel with each bracha with its words, with terufe, otiosem, with a combination of its letters. The kama sodas, many different secrets. Now lamos mivinish gavos, ninish gavos, which are hidden. I don't know what nishto means. I think it means lofty, but I'm not sure. When we say these words, in the language, even though we don't have an intent to these things, we come also still it comes our prayer properly. Because the words themselves work through shop above. It's not true in davening vernacular. You don't have that special secrets. Okay, Shlomo alef. Also, leisha b'toch ha'arba amos shultzis. Follows us to sit in the 4 amos of a person who's davening. Bein l'fanav, bein mitzladim, whether in front of him, whether from the sides. Bein me'la'achrim, whether behind him. This is from the Tosus Mordechai and Vashri, Perikein Omid. Zorach laharchik arba amos. Yes, the distance 4 amos. If he's dealing with things that are from the setting up with tefillos, or people with parakeets and makoman, if he's dealing with various makoman, in a circle, the high you don't have to distance yourself when you're sitting down. The Yeshmatir also with Torah, those are not even if you're dealing with Torah. Even though it's not from the need this fixing of prayers or setting of prayers. Shlomo the honey really been inside, there's only saying there's only one inside. Avo connected with your mamish in front of him, if people can come alien, if even in front of in full eyesight. Also, if you also Kriyashma, even if you're dealing with Kriyashma. Also, Leishiv, the Gam Samicha also, even just leaning on something will be also. This is from the Prima Gadim. Al Samicha b'miktas, which a little leaning. Shemi not to let Yachol the Amad. If you took that thing, you would be able to stand anyway. Yesh lahakol b'makom, and Tzaki can be making an impressing need. Until Arba Amos, in the 4 Amos, Vafilu because Yehu Yoshev the last even when he's sitting on a slant, Daikin ba Arba Amos, it's enough with Arba Amos. Lo me'inan Arba Amos imalafin, only the 4 Amos with its slant. Even if you're sitting on a slant, you don't count. Whatever if you made a square, the slant of the square would be bigger than the sides. You don't count that slant, even though you're on a slant. You just go by a regular 4. I'm Prima Gadim. Look at the Prima Gadim. Okay. Because of Chayadim writes, Imam Isfalo made beside Echad Midavar Shukavu. If the person is praying is sitting from one side of someone who's set, Gavo Asar V'Racham Arba, which is 10 high and 4 wide, 4 tefachim wide. Motzalei Shiva, I think it's 4 tefachim. Motzalei Shiva Tzad Hasheni, it's to sit on the other side of that thing. The Hamafsik Rishus, because it separates its Rishus. Abu Labra Mitzad Hasheni, but to pass on the other side, I guess to go to the other side. Evshir Meno Gavoa Kokach, it's possible if it's not so high. Shvul Yuchel is Tako B'Tzad Hasheni, you're not able to, so it's not so high that you wouldn't be able to see the other side, it'd be answer. Meaning if the guy has something blocking him, you just walk beside him and distract him. Claim Hazel Mills Katana Simon doesn't hold the Gadan. So Claim Tzad Prima Gadim says the Prima Gadim. Simon Tzadi Tifkat and Hay. She used to have the Arab al Merma. There's to be Mach where we are passing with an I don't know what Almera, which is Habima, the Kriyas Torah. So the Bima for Kriyas Torah. Negative Mitzvah, you're passing by someone who's davening. After Rishus was Nayas revealing the beam itself is its own Rishus, Velishiv Mati Rishus Acheris. So you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't walk past them, but instead you can be Izmut Rishus Acheris. Afilu B'Tol Chayr B'Amas even within the 4 Amos if you have another Rishus blocking you. It's from Simon Zak, Siv Katan, Beis Mishra Zav. Okay, Shalom Mispal, the person dominating. Afilu Yom Mispal, Omein. It's happening in example that even if the person dominating standing in the prayers which are after the prayer, which are after Dam, the other davening is from the Shlomo, like the extra stuff. Shalach Mavilah goes man shall pass as long as he hasn't taken a step back. So within lady and Shaloi Dav is the negative spell. Same thing would be in regards to I shouldn't pass opposite a person davening if I guess if you can see when he's still dealing, you have to take a step back. Beimalach, or whether from behind him. Okay, one of this was the Chachamim agreed that even whether behind him is also a problem. In Parakez of Mekoman, even if he's doing that, it's fine. Who within him also with Prakim, the Mincha, something will be with dealing with the paragraph of the Mincha. B'Shabbos, Kam came with the Leisha B'Tzana. I saw so much of the Sippa high side. Someone is davening, he's doing feel things. That's from the old Talmud. Yesh Matzil the Matzir if you're learning. This feel like the law was Kam Leisha B'Tzana. So they didn't ask you to sit beside a person who's davening, because Yosha B'Dom, it's only when he's sitting down and being quiet completely. The near Kilu Aina wrote to the Kabul of the old Nachshon, looked at the don't want to accept the yoke of heaven. Abba Gushu Yosha B'Os the Guitar, but is sitting and dealing with Torah, and Harry Hukum Kabul level Nachshon to be accepting the yoke of heaven. I'm Rachmanim, look at the Rachmanim, the Tov Lahachmal Amma Kadesh, Shown is good to be machmir to stand like the first opinion. In Lob and Malcolm, attacking less than suppressing need. This is on the base Yosef and this is in the kind of Hayad and Mayim Sham. The first one's from the Eli Rab and Hayad and Shlomo, and in Lob and Malcolm attack is from the Hayad and Mayim Sham. Behind him, seems he shouldn't be machmir about this. So it's better to stand like the first opinion unless you have to. Also with Torah, if you're dealing with Torah, Dafkim most of the Divrei Torah is only if you say out the words with your mouth. Abu Mahar believe when more thinking in your heart doesn't help. So this is one the base Yosef and Magen Avraham. Va'afilu binyani tikuni tefillos, even in regards to topics of fixing up the prayers. This is on the Prima Gadim. So Aslam Mishlim the message they say in Makabul of all Machshran, they're going to come to suspecting that he's not accepting upon him the yoke of heaven. Abu Kanegda, but an opposite him would be also in every case. Nation Mishtach like the locust looks like he's bowing down to him. If the guy's sitting down. Ufizak, when he says stop with the Yeshivas, only to sit there would be also, because now this is from the Prima Gadim. Abu Ahmed Mutter, but the stand would be Mutter, but feel with Elcham Ramos, even within his 4 Amos. Ulai Aflamet Fila the Aser, perhaps even standing would be Aser. Dalidezem Mistak Mispata Kavanasal through this would be Mispata Kavan if you stand in front of him. I feel also even if he's dealing, Pierce La Yoshev Negana Mispal when he's sitting opposite one who's davening. Also the Kriyashma is dealing with Kriyashma. But he's sitting down. The guy's going to be bowing to him. I'm a very cautious of the green value should pause that passes like the first opinion. Then call it Wimble fun of it. It's no difference in front and behind him. There's no enough to worry about this bowing down to anything. The Jarek one because should tell the half one, the other one right to go to be Machmir. This is when the Chayad and Shlomo. Bet Kayesham is Kaye Shmisha Omer, like the Yeshmisha Omer. The nearly Shiva Amida plus Abraham seems to me that standing outside of the 4 Amos Vadi and Hachmir shouldn't be Machmir because you're standing. Mikam Amida because of the reason of standing. Especially if you're dealing with Torah, for sure it's okay. Rula after Tochar Amos, even perhaps even within 4 Amos you can be standing and it'll be okay. We said earlier, Base says, that if the person sitting behind the person who's davening is weak, then it's a mutter. Rosalam means to say, she knows that he's weak. The actual it's impossible for him to stand. The kaf mutter, the difference mutter him to stand. The Torah just said, that that his weakness or sickness proves about him that it's because this is why he's sitting. It's not only to sit by the person who's davening. But in front of him, be machmir, even there's those that are machmir even when he's sick. This is from the Chai Adam. Mutter. V'yesh yismoch on the verb imiyav shalom b'kal l'hafik arba amos relation sham. There is to rely on his words if it's impossible for him very easily to distance 4 amos and to sit there, so he could be make along sit in this 4 amos. This is from the Graz. Okay, Gimel says, in my Yoshiv Kvar, if the person sitting already sat there already, but this person stands beside him, ain't a doesn't have to get up. That above the bullets that came into his boundaries. Midas Chasidis will become still as Midas Chasidis stand up. If you look, I got in this kind of cases in the base Yosef Hashem Maria. He'll come to get up. Elaham is foul. Circle Harakagam Amos, and the person has to, the davening has to get away for Amos. The man who wrote to daven to as well when he wants to stand at the daven. This is from the Taz. Babak will came into his boundaries. Dafka Vesel is only when it's in his house. This is from the back on the Sharia for him. Abu Biminian Gububin and a set minion. This is from the Chai Adam. We call him basic that's for sure in the shoulder and the circle coming you have to get up. To whom welcome you can look over the other, but it's a set place for everyone in his for all people. Even if each place is set for the people because you buy them with money, you buy your makom kavua. It's in the other from the Shavi Tshuva and Sham. Now we still should be machmir. After hosting the Torah still, however, when he's dealing with Torah, lo yachmir, they shouldn't be machmir of this. Because again, Rav Shioshivim in Talmidim, which Rav is dealing with the Talmidim, Belomdim, and he's learning. And Bo and Sar, Mitzvah, and 10 people to come davening in Tzarach Lam, he doesn't have to get up. I feel means Chasidus, that's like it's not even means Chasidus. Midas Chasidus is Midas Chasidus to get up if there's, even in the house, where there's no reason why he should have come to you and start davening there, but he did. Kedei Laharim Michshol, in order to remove a stumbling block of everyone's friends, look surely he did not properly. Shamadim this problem till Haram Amos, and he stood to daven within the 4 amos, Shal Yosef Kumar Heter, someone is sitting there with Heter. Yeshiva also, he can either Malcolm Kodesh Shel Tfilah, and his sitting there is denied to someone of the holy place of davening. Also, the lav connecting as well as also to pass in front of someone who's davening. The Tilchar Amos, name within his 4 amos, and it's only in front of them. But today, Amos the lav is supposed to pass and to stand there in the sides. Also, it's also to pass in front of them. Nation is also going also because it destroys one through this. And the Chayin also people also goes with Kriyashma. Therefore, it's also even for you guys dealing with Kriyashma as he's passing. We still may know this one the Chai Adam. The Chai Adam cause the Chai Adam raised the reason. If nation mafsik bein hamitzvah l'shkina makes a break between the person praying and the shkina. Don't do that. L'fneim in front of them. It's starting with l'fnei at shilafneim, and the sides which are in front of him. The Magen Avraham v'sifkan above the l'fneim dami. According to the Magen Avraham v'sifkan above, that also counts in front. So you can't pass all the way around him in front. Leili Rabbi Shar, according to the Rabbi, it's okay. Abed Shem on the sides. The Azor Parashas Chai Adam Oser Afilu B'Tzdeim Tzot Amos, and the Zoram Parashas Chai Azor is even on the sides within the 4 amos. Lav V'Lamot to pass and to stand. Rosal Lamish Yavar V'Yam V'Sham that V'Lo Yelech Lahala. He passes there here and to stand there and not to go further. Kadesh Lo Yehei Keneged Pneihem. In order that it shouldn't be in front of them. That would be okay. Shekol Shiyuchel Haroso, anytime he's able to see him, Abshut Siddha, even though it's signs, its sides, Shalafana, which are in front of them, Kilafana them that counts in front of him, and it's also because um, he's in front of him. Nation Mavatakam, but also it is because it destroys the one of the so the Fiza, Kolshkin to also lay the Palam and negative one of the Tok Arba Amos, which for sure also just to go in front of him within his 4 Amos. Kain hula das magaram is going to magaram. Bailey Rabba sober the look also rack to the Arba Tok Arba Amos negative one of the only asos to pass in front of the 4 Amos in front of his face. Avalil to Tok Arba Amos Salamad Mutter, but to go into his inside of his 4 Amos and to stand there be Mutter, I feel upon of him in front of him. Perhaps should the Ishlahak of Makamakak, it's possible you can be making a pressing need. Also, the Abba Kinegin. I am a time Mission Rolla, the Vision of Mission Bailey, Nabili Rabba, the early Rabba. Mishem Shalom, the name of the Shalom. What in the Yish, the Zar Shalom, the Ace Shakor Shema, you shouldn't pass in time to reading Shema Yisrael. Okay. In front of the person. Cause of a safer mind, modify the mind, and if I write the Shona, Hatam Nation of lots of Kavanas and Mispal, the reason is to destroy the Kavan of the person davening. The Vita near the image Hamispal, Mishal Shal, the Talis, the person is davening, takes down his Talis upon over space. Motionog and Harbizment, like many people have. What's the level upon of its what's to pass in front of him? The Dogmula Dover, the Kamba Simon, Kof Kofes, and similar to this is in Kof Kofes, Step Kof Gimel. And cause from the Gamma Kohanim, Lo Yistaku Benem, it's the that the Ramas says even the Kohanim shouldn't stare at their hands. Vishal Ke Nog and the Shal Shal Talis, and therefore they have the men to take down the Talis. Visa Ocham Benin Hambu. Okay. Not really the same thing, but okay, interesting. Either Ocham further says there Benin Hambu in regards to the moment the Minag Kohanim the Shal Shal Talis, that if the Minag is so the guards see they have a blemish on them. If the Minag of the Kohanim is to take down the Talis, the Charlie so the cup of its mother to raise his kapayim, affiliation of a woman if he has a lot of blemishes there because everyone's putting down the talis. Halchanami Yishlom the moil the shilshal talis so here in this case where it's in front of the guy davening, he takes his talis over his eyes, fine. Mikomokum Berla plus the half it's probably to be concerned is to be mafmak on some sense of the language, and we're proud of the Fimash class of the Kayadim, especially what the Kayadim says the time of Esther Nishmas bin the Hamitzpal the Shkina. It makes a separation between the person davening and the Shina Bavadi and the Halka Bazay for sure shouldn't be made with this, even the guy has the talis over his eyes. In Hishlam Tefillah, so if he finishes Tefillah, we'll see tomorrow.